Morning everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Simon, although I've just realised it might not be morning wherever in the world you are. I am in Oxford at the moment and I'm staying in a lovely hotel which, as you can see, bookish wallpaper galore, which teams with the theme of what this video is going to be all about, and that is going to be a bookish day in Oxford. There'll be lots of bookshops, mainly actually second-hand ones, but also there's going to be a library, possibly some museums, because part of me has got a rough idea of what I want to do today, and part of me just wants to see how I go. Anyway, the hotel I'm staying at, in case any of you want to know, is the head of the river, which is where you can see the view of the river from my room earlier. I mean, it's perfectly apt, isn't it? Bookish wallpaper, although after reading Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung, translated by Anton Her, I'm a little bit scared of that. I even DM'd Anton about it and was like, what do I do if this bunny in this room is cursed? I've just been told not to touch it, which I wasn't planning on doing. Anyway, so what is the plan today? Well, first up is going to be breakfast. I love me a hotel breakfast. It's one of my favourite things when it's good. Excuse those seagulls in Oxford. So I asked on Instagram for some recommendations and lots came in, so I'm going to try and go to some of those, but my main aim is I really want to go to, there's two apparently really good Oxfam bookshops in Oxford, and I have some books I'd quite like to look out for in them. So I think I'm going to head to one of those first after breakfast. Then I'm going to go to the Covered Market because I've heard there's an incredible bookshop called Gulp Fiction, which is also a coffee shop. There's also meant to be an amazing milkshake place, and I do love me a milkshake. It brings all the boys to the yard. And then I have another Oxfam bookshop that I want to go to. Plus, I really want to go to Blackwell's, but the thing that I'm definitely booked on doing, which I'll work everything around really, I'll take you along, you'll see, so I feel like I'm possibly over-explaining. I will be heading to the Bodleian or Bodleian, I'll know what it is by the end of the day, library, and I'm going to go on a tour of that, which I'm really looking forward to. You can do a 30-minute one, a 60-minute one, or an hour and 20, and I went for the 60-minute one. I thought that would give me a really good insight, so looking forward to that. And then I'll probably round off the day with a Mowgli, because whilst there are other restaurants in Oxford I could go to, I do love Mowgli and feel like I want to try and be a completist and eat in every single one in the country. So there we are. I'll take you along. I might pop into Lush because I do actually need some stuff from Lush, and we'll see where the day takes me. I'll chat to you along the way, hopefully, if I don't get too shy in the Oxford streets. I'll report back with a sort of mini haul later before I do Patreon book club back here at about 7 o'clock. Well, I know it's at 7 o'clock. There's no about it. Right, breakfast. I have now left the hotel. The breakfast was lovely, but I'm now in this lovely park near part of one of the colleges, I think. But I'm going to head to the furthest Oxfam away from here and then work my way back, as it were. So let's go. Look at that man running. He's a crazy fool. The only thing I'd run after are donuts. nabbed 3 Persephone classics in the Oxfam bookshop, and then have just been into the Ashmolean and seen lots of statues and lots of naked men. So I've done the Bodleian Library. That was amazing. Didn't realise that that was the Houses of Parliament twice in history, so that was exciting. And yeah, got to look at lots of old books on shelves, not touch them, and some of them were chained, which was also very exciting. Now I'm going to go to Blackwell's and have a mooch around there. Hey everyone, so I am back at the hotel for a bit before I go out for dinner at Mowgli, and I'm actually meeting one of my Instagram pals who I've actually not met in real life before, but that's very exciting. He's called Robert, he's very nice. I'm going to meet him before he goes and sees Belinda Carlisle and before I have Patreon book club. But before all of that, I thought I would catch up with you on what I got, and we're going to go in reverse order because the last place you'll have seen before the hotel, which I did a panning shot of, my room is the one with the grey slightly bit in the middle on the top floor with a lovely view, which I think I've also shown you. Anyway, I'm waffling. Before that was Gulp Fiction, which was ace, and where if you pick a book that's on one of their tables, you get a free coffee. And I thought, well, I can't not do that, can I? And so I picked up this, which I hadn't seen before. It's The Shutter of Snow by Emily Holmes Coleman. It's one of the new Favourite Editions books, which are books that they are bringing back into print. And I loved the cover of this, because at first I couldn't see what it was about, but then I realised that there's a lady in the bath and then a lamp up above her, which is actually a little bit like the lamp up there. Oh, I don't have a bath though. You're on a selfie stick that I realised I have, and I'm very excited about using it. It's the second time you've been on it today. I don't know if you noticed earlier. Anyway, this is a fictional account of, I think, her mother when she had mental illness, and it just sounded fascinating, and I got a free coffee with it, and this will be my next read. So really looking forward to getting to that one. Then in Blackwell's, because we're going in reverse order, I got Ernesto by Umberto Saba, which is translated by Mark Thompson from the Italian. And I'm actually going to take this away with me to Italy, which will be the next reading vlog that you'll see. This hasn't really been a reading vlog, it's just been a bookish vlog. I might call it a reading vlog though, because that hashtag works well. Anyway, moving on. This is all about a 16-year-old boy coming to terms with his sexuality in Italy. I don't know when, actually. Oh, it was written in 1953, but not published until 1975. It's the great Italian poet's most personal and confessional novel. And I don't think he finished it. So that's really interesting. I think it might be a case, a bit of a case of the enforcers, as I call it, where their queer work wasn't published until after their death. And then in the Bodleian Library shop, I don't know why I kept calling it Bodleian, it's B-O-D-L, as I've struggled to discover when I tried to put it on my Instagram earlier. But from the shop, I just got this, which is a silence please sign that I'm going to put on the door to my library when I get home. I thought that was quite good fun. Then in the second Oxfam bookshop that I went to, I debated over a couple of books for quite a long time. They had some old Susan Hills that I really fancied. They had some old Mura Sparks that I really fancied. And they had a translated novella, I think it's called The Mermaid Singing, which I've kind of fancied for quite a while. And I keep thinking about because I've seen it in every bookshop I've been into today, and it was only £2.49 there. Anyway, I didn't get that. What I got instead was Olive Kitteridge by Elizabeth Strout, because ever since I read Anne Tyler, which you may have seen in my last vlog, or if you haven't, I'll link that down below so you can go and watch it, I have wanted to head back to Strout. That said, I'm not going to read this one yet. I want to head back to the beginning, which is Amy and Isabel, and then Abide With Me, and then I think it's this one, or is it the Burgess Boys? Anyway, I have Olive Kitteridge for Future, which I'm very excited about. But what I'm probably the most excited about was the gold, well, actually the Dove Grey gold that I hit when I went into the very first Oxfam stay, because I got not one, not two, but as I mentioned earlier, 3 Persephones. I mean, seriously, I'm so chuffed because, you know, I have collected them for years, and they're normally about £12 each, and I got this for a whopping £10, 49p or something. So the first one I got is Patience, can't really see that, by John Coates. I haven't seen many books by men from Persephone. There are a few. Wilkie Collins is one of them, but I was really excited. These are the lovely end papers in it. Then I got a Persephone that doesn't look quite like a Persephone, but I promise it is a Persephone, because they do these Persephone classics where they actually put a cover, well, all the books have covers on. Come on, Simon. But what I mean is they actually put an image on the cover. It's not just the Dove Grey cover. And this is The Homemaker by Dorothy Canville Fisher. I actually can't remember if I had this at home or not, but I don't think I do. I don't think I have any of these, so I may have looked out with that. It's interesting because they don't say much about them. Like the introductions on the inside flaps never say too much, and they don't on the back either, but it's a Persephone book. That said, I need to actually read some Persephones, because I used to love Persephones in the very early years of my, well, not even the early years, but in my blogging years, not my YouTubing years or my podcasting years. So we're talking like back in the late 2000 and noughties. But I'm looking forward to getting back to them, but I must read one soon, because otherwise I'm just collecting them and hoarding them and for no good reason. And the other one that I got was Princes in the Land by Joanna Cannon, which instantly made me think of Joanna Cannon, but it's spelt differently. And again, don't know what this is about, but I did think this was quite funny, because when I opened one, it came with a bookmark, which is a rarity when you get them secondhand, because they have matching bookmarks to the end papers. They're horsey end papers, so technically I could read this when I do. Oh, there is the bookmark. Did I say papermark? I meant bookmark if I did say papermark. So this could be part of the horsey reading vlog that I've got planned, and not necessarily horse themed, but books with horses on the cover, and now possibly with the end papers. Anyway, that's what I got. A corking haul. I will start on The Shutter of Snow, which I'm really, really excited about. I've not heard about it at all. After food and after book club, which I may pop some footage of in after this. We'll see how long this video is. Hi everyone, it's Editing Simon, stuck under Oscar. I realised that I didn't finish that vlog off really, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to be doing more travel vlogs with a bookish twist, obviously, in the forthcoming months. So I'd love to know what else you'd like to see, apart from obviously the bookshops and nice cultural places. Food is something that I'm normally much better at, but I just was too busy enjoying eating it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and it was a bookish delight. And now I need to finish editing this and scheduling it, so it's live when I'm away on another trip, which will have a bookish twist. So like I said, do let me know in the comments below what you would like to see in more travel-y vlogs with a bookish twist. I feel like I've said that too much now. I will see you all in another video very soon. Bye!